Welcome to the Learning Corner with Scott and Stacie. I'm Scott.
And I'm Stacie.
And today we're going to talk about pickles.
Pickles?
Yes, pickles. Specifically, give 'em the pickle. Where's that come from, Stacie?
Well, it is actually there's a book. We talk about books that we've read and books
Yes.
that we like. There's a book called Give 'em a Pickle. It's by Bob Farrell. And it's got a really unique kind of little backstory that I want to share a little bit for us to kind of kick us off on this topic. The overall topic is customer service, but it's a unique way of looking at customer service and taking care of your customers.
Well, before you do that,
Yeah.
Who is Bob Farrell?
So Bob Farrell, many of you, gosh, we're going to date ourselves now. If many of you may remember Farrell's ice cream and hamburgers, I know the one for us was in Parkdale Mall in Beaumont, and so it was an ice cream shop and where you go get lunch, and they had the big, massive sundaes that had all the whipped cream and the cherries and everything on top. But he
pickles?
had well, pickles went on the hamburgers, and so but it was an ice cream parlor.
Okay.
Back when there were actually ice cream parlors out there. So Bob wrote a book about customer service and about a concept that he created at his organization, and it's really interesting, and it's something that we've had some fun with at the office. So share a little bit about what started this. So Bob starts his talk in his book off talking about a customer who sent him a letter. This was back in the days when they would actually write letters and send them in the mail, and so he got a letter from a customer who had been a customer for about 3 years. And here's the letter, and here's what started it. Dear Mr. Farrell, I've been coming to your restaurant for over 3 years. I always order a number 2 hamburger and a chocolate shake. I always ask you for an extra pickle, and I always get one. Mind you, this has been going on once or twice a week for 3 years. I came into your restaurant the other day, and I ordered my usual number 2 hamburger and chocolate shake. I asked the young waitress for an extra pickle. I believe she was new because I hadn't seen her before. She said, "Sir, I will sell you a side of pickles for $1.25. I told her, "No, I just want one extra slice of pickle. I always ask for it, and they always give it to me. Go ask your manager." She went away and came back after speaking to the manager. The waitress looked me in the eye and said, "I'll sell you a pickle for a nickel." Mr. Farrell, I told her what to do with her pickle, hamburger, and milkshake. I'm not coming back to your restaurant if that's the way you're going to run it. And so he began this rallying cry at his organization, give them the pickle. And so if you ever see him talk on any of his videos, that's what he talks about, is the little things that your customers appreciate. Give them the pickle. They're just looking for that little extra as a reason to do business with you. And so don't make it difficult for customers to do business with you. So it's something that we talk about in our office quite a bit. Matter of fact, we even have gone so far at a time to track how many pickles we're giving away at our office. And so what do you, I know you thought you were crazy. I was crazy when I first came up with this and first talked about it. But you want to talk a little bit about what your experiences have been with it?
Sure. But first, let me clarify that one of the things that I had to get over is if we're in the pickle business, we're not giving away pickles, right?
Correct.
Okay. So at first it's like, well, in the roofing business, are we going to give away
Nope.
free upgraded ridge cap?
No. Yeah.
No.
Can't do that.
Okay. So we had to hone in on the fact that we
Correct.
were giving away things that weren't what we were in the business of doing.
The way I like to phrase it to the staff is non-trade related items.
Okay.
So not something that we normally do as part of our but what we sell, non-trade related things.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
And so on the air conditioning side, sorry, that's the other business. At Koala Cooling, we have a technician who is really, really good at interacting with older customers, and we go up ladders into their attics all the time to service their units. And he makes it a point every time he's in the house of asking them if they've got anything that needs to go up to the attic or anything that needs to come back down from the attic, like especially at Christmas time.
Oh, wow.
All those Christmas decorations. And so we've authorized him to spend 30 minutes, if need be, running things up and down the ladder for customers that shouldn't be climbing ladders.
Jeez, I'm going to have to share that one with the kangaroo staff because we're up in attics also.
Yeah.
And so I like that one. That's just that little bit extra that doesn't doesn't really cost you anything. It costs you a little bit of time, but you gain a customer out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so easy to lose a customer over a nickel pickle.
Yeah, is it worth that nickel to lose a customer who's been coming to your restaurant for twice a week for 3 years? Man, that's the guy I want. That's the guy, that's my fan. You know, you talk about turning customers into fans, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
So, yeah, on the roofing side, we actually, I think it was last quarter of last year, we started a contest. And so we started tracking how many pickles did folks give away, and what are some unique things that they could do. And I tell you, our staff did a great job. Some were just so easy that we've incorporated them into our regular daily activities of things we keep their truck stocked with. Simple things like wasp spray.
Yep.
How many times you've walked out your front door and there's a wasp nest there and you don't have any wasp spray?
And the hair stands up
I
on
know.
the back of your...
I know.
Yeah, I can feel it.
And so, but you know, we go knock on people's doors all the time, and so we see them, and so it's like, gosh, what's a can of wasp spray? Next to nothing, you know. And so they keep that with them. It's just those little things like that. So,
Yep. A little bit WD-40 for somebody's
Mm-hmm.
squeaky door hinge.
Yep.
Or a gate hinge.
Or gate hinge. Yeah, I actually had one time, I had somebody who came out to our house and was doing some work, and when he came back in and to give me the quote of what he was, because he had to go look at some stuff. This was before our HVAC company. He had to look at some things, came out and give me a quote. He told me that, ma'am, he said, I noticed that you had a fence picket that was loose. And so, and he was right, I had several fence pickets that were loose, but there was one right by where he was working. He said, so I had some screws and a nail gun and a screw gun in my van. I just went ahead and fixed it really quick.
Nice. Very nice.
So, and he didn't do it because, oh, she's going to buy this stuff, but it's just the right thing to do. You know, we talk about our core values, and number one is do the right thing. It's just the right thing to do.
Correct.
So.
And so simple.
And so, yeah, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Doesn't have anything, you know, I mean, I've got a couple of guys that make it a habit of bringing up newspapers, bringing up trash cans.
Yep.
I mean, I'll just be honest with you, when we drive home on, Tuesday nights, when our trash goes out Tuesday morning, and I drive up after a long day and the trash can's still sitting up at the street, it's like, I gotta go park.
Oh, wait, can I do it?
I know.
Like that?
I know, it's like that, yeah. And I know it's not that far to walk, I get it. I mean, but it's after a long day, you know, and so just the little things like that. So you know, for our business owners out there or managers, man, if you're looking for ways to impress your customers, it doesn't take a whole lot.
No. And you know, one of the things, I think we've got a whole nother session on that, but one of the things that we talk about is that if you want to compete on price only, this probably isn't very necessary, right?
Yep.
But when you want to start earning top dollar for the work that you're providing, then customer service really goes up to the top of the list about why people are willing to pay for better service.
Absolutely. Yep. You got to know your audience,
right,
and who you're selling to.
Yes.
So,
yeah. So, you have any other great examples of things that you do?
Gosh, the guys did such a great. I tell you, if you're thinking about implementing it, start a contest.
Yeah.
And I think we said whoever had the most pickles within a certain amount of time got like $100 gift card or something like that.
Okay.
And man, it was fun to see what the guys would come up with now, and now it's just become incorporated into the regular things that they do. When I'm going through the files, it's funny, I'll see pictures of them with a selfie with the wasp spray, spraying the wasp or bringing the trash can up, and it's just part of doing the right things for your customers and taking care of them. So.
Do you ever have anybody go too far and give away more than what they should?
I haven't encountered that. I could see where it could happen if you're not clear on the expectations. I could see where maybe a new employee, if you weren't clear on it, would think that, oh gosh, we repair roofs all the time, so it doesn't matter if I just give away this repair. And so, but that's not what this is about. We've got to, if I could give away repairs, I just wouldn't be in business. And
right.
so we just, that's something that we just can't do. and so it's got to be non-trade related. Have you seen that?
No, but I've got one in particular that has got such a tender heart that it would be easy for me to see a whole afternoon get frittered away mowing somebody's lawn and weed eating for them.
Yeah, which is a nice gesture.
And a wonderful heart to have on your team.
Yep.
But we do have to be a little bit careful with that.
Yeah, you can't have an employee spend all day mowing somebody's grass and putting up Christmas decorations or something like that.
Yeah. And a little bit of that is wonderful and goes a long way.
Yeah, a little bit of it. And I know I find myself when those things happen, when I contact a service industry or somebody, when those things happen to me, I'm willing to pay for that. That means something to me. And so I am much less concerned about the overall price of things. I'm worried about the quality of the work and the kind of people that are doing the job, and what kind of company it is. So it means a lot to me.
Yeah. Also, have you ever paid what you thought was a reasonable price for a repair, and the technician came in and did it in 10 minutes and was gone?
Oh. Mm-hmm.
$200 or $300 for a repair that took 10 minutes. It can be frustrating for a customer.
Sure.
So, and what a lot of people don't realize is that what takes, like a roof repair, a single shingle repair, I can actually get on the roof and swap out a shingle and do it the right way in about 11 minutes.
But how many years did it take you to do that?
Exactly. And so people, there's a phrase that's out there that I really like. I'm not going to hit it exactly on the head, but when I come out and do that repair in 10 minutes, you're not paying for the 10 minutes as a customer. You're paying for the years and years that it took me to acquire the skill to be able to do a great job quickly, so I'm not in your hair forever.
Yeah.
But you can also mitigate that by slowing down just a little bit, take more time with the customer, and find something that you can do to give them the pickle.
Yeah. It's showing the value for the work that you're doing.
Absolutely. So the book that we recommend this week?
Give Them the Pickle, Bob Farrell. Yeah, it's a quick read, and he's quite funny. So you can either read the book, definitely. You can also YouTube him and see. He went on several speaking engagements in his time, and very, very customer service driven, and has a lot of good messages. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you for joining us for this episode of The Learning Corner with Scott and Stacie.